I have to hand it to you. You're really starting to impress me.
But can the Nameless One also oppose the beast that's been soaking this soil in blood for decades? We shall see.
And this time, you're in for a real challenge. If you're man enough, you'll fight the beast tonight. The pride of the pit.
You're a fighter, aren't you? We should pay the Dust Pit a visit. Just recently I saw them send the beast against 10 freshlings. What a massacre.
Unleash the beast! What the? Hey, what are you doing? Get out of the ring now!
Let's see you dance. Nameless One.
Come on. You could do better than that.
Good. That's enough. Let's talk. Forgive me my dramatic entrance. I'm Thero Naris, voice of the Father. Let me get straight to the point. I want to hire you for a mission. I've been watching you for a while now because I'm looking for someone with your set of skills. I want your help in killing someone. The Father. Their leader, not mine. When I was 6 years old, the Relata abducted me and a dozen other children. That is, they bought us. Revenge. Yes. I want this monster to pay for what he did to me and the others. One of the core beliefs of the Relata concerns the Day of Transcendence. In the weeks to come, he will set out an expedition to the Frostcliff Mountains. He will bring along almost a dozen of the best mercenaries available. You will be one of them. And together, we will kill the Father. There's something about you. I can't say what, but I feel as though you're the right person for the job. Let's leave it at that. You've got guts, I'll give you that. There you are. Ready? What do you think? Because we don't want to draw any attention. If somebody sees me walking around with you, it won't be the end of the world, but I don't want to cause unnecessary problems. Tree. Oh, yeah, sure. The people down here call it the Weeping Tree. They believe that the Black Guardian, once a year, fulfills one of the wishes they write onto these notes. Superstitious nonsense, of course. They might as well send their wishes to the Blue Island Coalition. Either way, ready to set out? First a question. Have you ever heard of the Knights of the Blind Daughters? A massacre that took place 20 years ago. It was at the Farmer's Coast, around midsummer. The farmers had just put out the lights after a long day's work. Suddenly, shrouded figures showed up out of nowhere, with steel masks covering their faces. They broke into the houses and killed anybody who dared to stand in their way. While they merely wreaked havoc on most of the farms, any family with a daughter between 12 and 16 winters was less lucky. All in all, these masked people took 10 daughters that night and carried them away. They were found 1 week later, They lay on the penny road, mutilated with their eyes sewn shut. One girl each mile. They tried, but the few farm boys who were there in time stood no chance. These masked attackers were assassins, as deadly as the petrified and as brutal as lost ones. To this very day, no one knows. However, there are theories. Do the names the Black Libra and Jaél Tannerson ring a bell? The Butcher of Ark. Yes. Thing is, in this book he left behind, Tannerson claims to have been part of a cult called the Black Libra. Even nowadays there are still scholars that deny its existence. But according to Tannerson, they see themselves as some kind of counterbalancing power. They make sure that malice and sin, they don't gain the upper hand in this world, and that the scales of good and evil thus stay in balance. Well, this is where it gets bizarre. Normally, the Libra only kills people who have already sinned. Tyrants, rapists, murderers, and so on. Which is also why the attack on the Farmer's Coast didn't make any sense, and still doesn't for most people today. However, the father has a theory. Well, he does have an avid interest in them. Let's put it this way. He has dug up every little bit of information that there is. But we'll come to that later. According to the father, the Black Libra chooses their sinners through the dreams of some kind of holy child. The dreams are interpreted by the Libra's priests who extract the names and faces of evildoers from them. However, the child doesn't just see people who have already sinned. She also sees evil in its inception. Thus, the Libra might decide to kill a boy before he becomes a tyrant, or a girl before she gives birth to a murderer. I know, it sounds insane, but that's what it is. But apparently the Libra fully believes in this principle. The child is omniscient. So it would seem, though according to the father, they wouldn't have just been ordinary murderers, but emissaries of the end, whatever that may mean. Yes. Simple. The father believes that the Black Libra knows the secret to transcendence. This is why he's been studying Tannerson's books like a madman. Especially one in particular, in which he describes the initiation ritual he underwent to become one of their assassins. And I also think that this temple in the Frostcliff Mountains is somehow related to the Libra. Long story short, apparently the pages of Tannerson's original manuscript describing the initiation ritual in detail forcefully torn out, and the father wants to find them. Right. And I happen to know the only person who might be able to tell us their whereabouts. A man named Qalian. Correct. He was also an assassin of the Libra, and Tannerson's mentor. In other words, an unscrupulous piece of shit that did nothing but murder people for decades, guilty, the innocent alike. According to the father, he was also the one who orchestrated the Night of the Blind Daughters. However, that massacre seems to have been too much even for his rotten conscience to bear, because he left the Libra shortly thereafter. He took on a new identity. He's been living as a beggar in the Undercity ever since. I saw him once. It's no wonder that nobody knows what kind of monster he is. He's gone completely insane. Drinks away every penny he gets his hands on. Maybe, yes. I have my sources. Let's leave it at that. Exactly. If we bring them to the First Seer and I tell him how I couldn't have done it without you, he might consider hiring you for the expedition. That's the plan. Not the best one, certainly, but, all we're getting. Then we'll need to improvise. Let's just hope it doesn't come to that. He currently lives in the communes. That is, if he isn't in some whore's bed in the Silver Cloud right now or getting hammered in the False Dark. I'll let you do the talking. It's unlikely that the First Seer will find out, but the more you actually help me on this mission, the more convincing our little story will be. One more thing. Don't go easy on that scum. He might seem harmless now, but remember what he's done. And remember that those 10 mutilated girls on the Penny Road are just one more page in this man's book of sins.
Pity. He was a good man.
Well, look at that. Our friend has a visitor. Get out of here.
What?
I said, get out of here. We need 10 minutes. Afterwards, you can fuck as many men as you want.
Of course, my lord. At once.
Interesting.
Oh, I'll bring a bouquet of flowers next time. Yes. Never mind. Look at him. Pissed like a rat. A miracle he could even get it up. I sure as fuck don't want you to cuddle with him. And again, never forget what this man did. He may look pathetic, but that doesn't change the fact that he orchestrated the murder of 10 girls. Innocent girls.
Yeah, who are you? Nylok is tired. Nylok needs sleep. Qalian! No. Qalian is dead. You're talking to Nylok, his shadow. Why do you ask? Who are you? Oh, of course. Nylok understands. You remind him of Qalian when he still lived. So much anger in you, so much hatred. Qalian knew this feeling too well. This anger, this cold, rotten wrath. And then the dream came and showed him his calling. But he was so blind, he didn't see where the road led him. Only when those little flowers' corpses lay dead in the dust did he see what he had done, what he had become. Now Qalian has been punished. He's dead, and Nylok deserves to suffer for eternity. How much? He doesn't remember. He always drinks when he has the coin for it. He sniffs, and sometimes, when the people are generous, he buys himself a night with Anna. They're the deeds of a coward, and he knows it. But the brandy, the dust, and Anna, they help him forget, help him ease the pain. Regret? No, Qalian had regrets, yes, but Nylok isn't worthy of these feelings anymore. Regret is a pure feeling, as is absolution, but Nylok doesn't deserve purity. So he hates himself, hates his pathetic existence, hates himself for all the suffering his old skin brought upon the world. Why? Because the decrees demanded it, and the decrees don't lie. They never did, and they never will. Aren't you listening? The decrees don't lie. Those little flowers had to die, because if they had not, something terrible would have happened. Qalian knew, Nylok still knows, but still, it broke him. All their pain, their tears, their suffering, their screams. It was too much to bear, even for him. The decrees never lie. I told you! Because Nylak buried his old skin. The Libra doesn't care about Nylak. Why should they? He's vermin. Pages? Nylak doesn't know what you mean. Now please, go. Nylak is tired and needs to sleep.
All right. Let me rephrase my friend's words. You stop playing confused oracle and fucking tell us what we want to know now. And then maybe, just maybe, we'll let you live. Are we clear?
But Nylak just...
Are we clear?
Yes, sir. Nylak understands. Please forgive him. So, the pages. Yes, of course, the pages. Nylak remembers. Qalian tore them from Tannerson's book before the world could see them. How long? Years? Decades? He doesn't know. Qalian had a sense of time, Nylak doesn't. No! I told you! So why are you not listening? Qalian is dead! Don't you understand? He's dead, and Nylak buried him! Oh no, he's sorry. Please don't hurt him. He will not raise his voice again.
Look at him. He's gone completely insane. I'm guessing all this Nylak talk is a way for his brain to cope with the guilt. He's created a new persona without all the blood on his hands. That is, unless he's lying.
What? Why? Why should Nylak lie? Yes, of course. But tell me, what do you want with them? You won't be able to read them. Because they're written in the language of the Libra. Even Qalian couldn't read a single word of them. Isn't it obvious? Because something else guided Tannerson's hand when he wrote them. Nylak doesn't have a choice, does he? All right, he will do as you demand. The pages, he buried them together with his old skin. He can show you the pages. But tell him, my dam, if he shows you the pages, could you... Well, Nylak is hungry, Nylak is thirsty, and he has no more coin. But... Good. Nylak understands. And maybe you're right. You treat him like what he is. Vermin. Human waste. Come, follow. My sir, Naylock has a question.
What?
Your face. You seem familiar. Are you certain that you have never met Naylock before?
How would I know? Maybe. This is the way to the tar pit. Are you sure that's where we're supposed to be going? I warn you, if this is a trap...
It's not, my sir. Naylock is vermin, but he knows when he has to obey. You can trust him.
I won't. But fine.
War, after all these centuries. That's just plain crazy.
Ahoy!
Move along.
Hold it right there, old man. Where do you think you're going? You're a little too old for digging.
He belongs to us. We're acting under the Father's orders.
Brother Wrath, from ashes to blood, from blood to liberation. I didn't recognize you. Forgive me.
From ashes to blood, from blood to liberation. Let us through.
Of course. Father's blessings.
Father's blessings. Keep going, scum.
Yes, of course. Yes, we're here. This is where he buried the pages.
The deserted tunnels.
They're keeping a knife in my boot.
We should be wary.
Get this out.
There are a lot of lowlifes down here. Enemy! Die! Let's go.
There. That's where he buried his old skin. Please, my sir. You need to just take these last few steps alone. Naylock can't. He just can't.
Is this a trap?
What? No, of course not. It's just... Naylock can't. Don't you understand? To see him after all this time? No. Kill Naylock if you don't believe him, but he will stay.
Fine. You go on ahead.
Look for the skeleton! You need to dig!
Don't shout! Enemy!
Die! You fucking scum! You'll
Look out!
pay for that!
Waste of time. Skeleton? I'm not seeing anything. Let's look around. Let me see. Yeah. Well, that looks promising. Then I guess we need to dig. Come help me. Here we go. This must be it. Pretty big. What the blazes did he put in there? What's that smell? What the? Oh, shit! You mean this body is... nonsense? Well... good question. You want to know what I think? This is probably some poor sod that crossed this lunatic's path at the wrong time. So we put him right into the crate with the pages. Bloody son of a whore. Oh, fuck if I know. We're talking about a man who murdered 10 girls in cold blood because his cult ordered him to do it. I think you'd be well advised to stop trying to apply logic to his thinking. Right you are. Come on, you take them. Got them? All right. Back to Qalian. Get up, scum.
My sir. You found what you were looking for, didn't you? He can tell by your eyes.
We found the pages and something else. Whose corpse is in that chest?
What? But he told you, didn't he? It's Qalian. Naylok buried him. Yes. Joke? Why would it be? He said it before, didn't he? Qalian couldn't continue to live in this shell after what he did, so he shed it and gave birth to Naylok. And Naylok buried him, together with the memories. You don't believe him, do you? You believe Naylok is lying. But it's the truth, the simple truth. You two, more than anyone else, should understand.
Sure. Either way, we have what we wanted. And now it's time for you to pay for your crimes, Qalian. It's been long overdue.
What? But you said that you'd spare him if he'd show you the pages!
We said that we would think about it. And guess what? I did. You're a murderer, Qalian, and you've killed more people than I can count. Men, women, and children. And you know what? This whole act about how remorseful you are, I'm not buying it. Yes, you drank your bloody brains into oblivion, but ultimately, the only one you truly pity is yourself. Shut up. If we let him live, even as a stinking beggar, we spit on the graves of those 10 girls, as well as on everyone else this piece of shit has butchered. Yes. Any last words?
Letho.
What?
Naylock remembers. By the name of the sun, you were in the refuge orphanage, you and your friend, Letho.
What do you know about the refuge?
Back then, before the flesh maggot plague, when Naylock was still strong, the Qalian woman who ran the orphanage gave him work. Don't you remember? He carried crates, he cleaned the floor, he cooked.
That was you? Uncle Naylock?
Yes, that's what you called him, Uncle Naylock. By the Guardians, it's been so long, but he remembers it all now. You and your friend, you were inseparable. Until...
You're right. I do remember.
What?
We were there when they took us. Worse, you helped them. What did she pay you, that old cunt? Huh? Carrying crates? Selling children to the Rolada? All the same, isn't it?
No, what? Naylock doesn't understand. He only...
Let's go. Yeah. His face seemed familiar, but I just couldn't place him. Yeah. We called him Uncle Naylock. Shagun, the matron, gave him work as a gopher. He wasn't as much of a wreck back then. Can you believe it? A former serial killer working in an orphanage. Apparently the old cunt liked to surround herself with people as rotten as she was. It doesn't matter. I know it. He'd been there the night it happened. One of us, Wilma, she refused to go. She screamed and kicked, but Naylock held her while one of the father's voices gave her a sleeping potion. That fucking piece of shit. Well, as I said, we're done here. Next we need to bring the pages to the first seer, which will, hopefully, encourage him to consider you as a mercenary for the expedition. But we'll see. Before we do that, though, we need to discuss a couple of things. We cannot afford a single mistake if we want this to work. Meet me in my hideout tomorrow morning, alright? It's a small abandoned warehouse in the main cabin, right before the path up to the city. There's an old poster of the theater right next to the door. That's how you recognize it. The dark corners of our minds. because the risk's a lot higher that somebody will see us. Until then, and good work.